Well, we're only partway through this whole storm, and so the rainfall is going to continue, and so we're concerned about that. Everything's saturated and flowing on the surface now. And the projected forecast is for the winds to start this afternoon, so we're watching for that. And the swell is supposed to be picking up around the same time frame. So both watching for surf impacts and what the wind's going to do.
How concerned are you about the wind?
Somewhat concerned because, the vulnerability around here with our electrical grid, a lot of trees, stuff comes down, whether it takes out a line or not, or obstructs a road, it's always something. And a lot of people's residents are around trees and so forth, so the wind always causes some kind of issues.
What concerns you the most about the storm?
Well, it's covering the whole island, so we got 2 EOCs activated right now in West Hawaii at the West Hawaii Civic Center, and so coordinating the whole island-wide incident. Fortunately, there's staff on both sides of the island, and kind of managing that. So we had to send some resources to Kona so that we have civil defense staff there as well.
How many roads are closed at this point?
There's Highway 19 and I think 270 up north, and there's numerous roads in private subdivisions that are impacted right now.
Lapahoe Point, did I hear you say earlier? Or last night, maybe?
Yes,
Yeah.
Lapahoe Point had a landslide, debris, and rocks and mud on the road.
Yeah.
That, I think, is still... that's got other issues. It's got other areas that are pretty fragile. And staff is on that site. I know it affects the residents that are down below, but that one is still blocked.
Lapahoe Point.
Yes, the access road to Lapahoe Point.
It's blocked.
Yes.
So for major roads, that was Highway 19 and maybe 270.
Yes.
North.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other major roads are open at this point. It's outside Hilo.
Yeah. 11 is still open. 130 is still open.
Is Bayfront passable in any way?
I heard that Bayfront had closed last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked pretty bad, but so I guess everyone has to go around the back way, I guess.
Yeah, it's the full back way because even Kamehameha Avenue is shut down, a short portion of it.
Yeah.
That usual flooding area.
Is there any concern with the Wailuku that's just raging right now? Any concern with the bridges there? They're getting pounded.
Maybe further upstream, where I guess there's been issues way back when, but I think Public Works knows the history of some of these runoff areas and these streams, and so they're watching it. Yeah. So we had an accounting last night about how these streams are so much below, I guess from topping out the bottom of the bridges and stuff. Yeah. So I guess some of them got pretty close last night and receded this morning a little bit. So yeah, it's just a matter of just watching things.
Yeah. But what's the most rain that's fallen in an area? 18 inches, or is that?
You mean as
As
on the
of
island right now?
Yeah.
Well, when we before we went to all these meetings this morning, we were up to I think a little bit over 12 inches for a 12-hour period. That's probably maybe half of what's forecasted.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not even halfway through. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we got a lot more rain to come.
Yeah.
It looks like it's pretty stalled right now. Or is it
Moving
not
real slow.
Slow.
Yeah, slow way down. And forecast is that before it does that left hook, that it's gonna slow down even more.
Is there any concern of a jog to the northeast?
Listen, from the forecasters, so I'm just regurgitating what they
Yeah.
said. If it would stay strong, there's a possibility that it would just kind of keep going on that course, that north course. But it's a feeling. I mean, it's starting to weaken. The shear is having an effect on it. So hopefully that'll hold true, and it'll weaken enough that the ridge will push it to the west.
So even if we don't get a lot of wind from this, it's moving so slow that we could just keep getting soaked by all this rain. Is that the main concern?
That's one of the concerns.
One of
Yeah, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I missed the very beginning a little bit, but you talked about the wind. So is that still a concern, or?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It's still forecasted. We're actually still outside that window when it's going to be coming on.
Okay.
So, like, just past midday.
And you mentioned Halco had one incident.
Yeah, so they weren't sure whether it was a branch falling down. I don't think we had any lightning, but yeah, it wasn't confirmed what it was. Yeah.
So you don't know how many outages or any right now?
I think, no, I don't know. I don't think there's any right now. I think they got that resolved.
Oh, and the storm surge. Did you talk? Maybe I missed it. Is that still a concern, maybe for Kona or Ka'u or anything like that?
Right, so, that's the time frame for that one. The waves and the storm surge is kind of around the same time frame as the wind. And we're still concerned about that as well. Anywhere from 2, maybe up to 5 foot of storm surge with some good sized surf.
You said the winds could come in this afternoon.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add for now?
Just ask the folks. I hope they've made their preparations already. They're able to hunker down in their homes. We do have 5 shelters open in Kona. If we need to open them in any district, we've got them designated. Make sure that they're listening to our messages. And if they have needs, definitely call either 911, depending on how serious their needs are, or they can call us in civil defense, and we can try to address what their needs are.
Okay, how many shelters are open island-wide at this point?
5,
And all in West Hawaii?
all in West Hawaii.
Okay. Any consideration of opening in East Hawaii?
We considered it last night, but we didn't have the need. Yeah.
How's it going in Pahoa right now with the people who are in the other shelter?
As far as I know, it seems like things are going over well there. I haven't heard.
No issue.
Yeah. And Parks and Recreation, Red Cross, they're all here. So if there's any issue, we'd hear about it and have to deal with it. But if they're not bringing it forward, I'm guessing it's all good.
Thanks so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you.
All right.